Hello, nerds, and welcome back to Nerds with Dice. We are playing Fields of the Dead, a Midwestern zombie apocalypse. It is Season 2, Episode 10, Jupiter's Moons, and I am going to pass it off to my players before I get too far ahead of myself, starting with Merm.
Wow, that's me. Hi, everyone. My name is Marma. I use they, she pronouns. And tonight, I'm bringing back Deborah, who's been shot. Oh, yeah, I've been shot. I think I'm unconscious. I don't remember. Chase is doing something. Nah, I don't know. I'm just kind of there, laying and bleeding out or whatever. And I'm gonna be passing it over to Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. Today I'm playing Eliza, whose pronouns are also she, her. She is our doctor that has sniper skills. And I will pass it over. I believe next is Natalie.
Yes, hi everybody. I'm Natalie, she, they, and I play Kia, they, them. Our Canadian stuck on the side of the border who just got to watch Deborah be shot. Delightful. I'll pass it over to Rose.
Hello everyone, I am Rose Blossom, or Rose for short. I use any pronouns, and I am playing Corvin Road, who uses he, him pronouns, and who also watched Deborah get shot. I'm gonna pass it over now to Quinn.
Hey everybody, my name is Quinn. I use any and all pronouns, and today I will be playing Chase, who uses he, him pronouns, who also just watched Deborah get shot, and is currently keeping Deborah alive, I think, stopping Deborah from just bleeding out in the middle of the street, and getting Deborah out of the middle of the street. And he also has chickens. That's not relevant to anything that's going on right now. They just keep multiplying, and he doesn't know what to do about that. But he likes it. He loves the chickens. They're his new pets. And I will pass it on to whoever's after me in the order.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Faye. Pronouns they, them. I'll be playing Jonah, pronouns he, him. Jonah has not seen Deborah get shot. Jonah's back under rest orders that he is resisting. And yeah, I think that's it. That's the rest. I'm passing it over to Sophia.
And hello, everyone. I am Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we. I am your storyteller for tonight. And we have incentives. You heard people talking about them. For $2, you can, for the first half of tonight's episode, at the very least, you can get Deborah, capital D, Dick joke. And for $5, you can get a chicken for Chase that just magically appears, and you get to name it. Don't forget to name it. For $10, you get to give a player a reroll. For $15, you can ask one of them to do an extra monologue. For $20, you can give Jonah automatic walker on his next roll. And for $25, I'm forgetting my own incentives. $25, you get to relieve all the stress for all the players. They get to all go down to 0 stress. And for $50, horde. you can just give them a horde that appears mysteriously and unannounced. Of course, our content warning is in the chat, along with all of our links. Make sure you check out Trans Latina Coalition. That's who we're raising money for tonight. And, well, our players seem to be in a bit of a desperate position. Deborah has been shot. Chase has stabilized Deborah for now. But all three of the ace are walking towards them, presumably menacingly. But we're actually going to start with Jonah. Jonah, you went for a walk. You had a chaperone, Alice. Here's the thing. You don't hear anything. They definitely heard like the gunshot, like the rifle, but you don't back at the university. So you don't know that anything happened.
Yeah.
What do you do on your walk?
Honestly, I'm just trying to get a lay of the changes that have happened here. It's been some time since leaving, um, and I'm trying to stretch. Like there's the old skin and the new skin still kind of aching, um, and he's just so tired of being cooped up in that room, and took an opportunity when he saw it.
Yeah, so you don't have much of a plan or anything.
No, but if I see something that needs doing, that's a different story.
There are plenty of things that need doing.
Things that don't require Jonah to lift his arms up above his head, because that's a little rough with how he got thrown. But other things he'd definitely try and assist with.
Um, for which Alice definitely is not going to let you do any of this. A lot of it would require you to lift like more than 10 pounds, which you're definitely not supposed to be doing. I don't think there is much of a role here. Like Alice just isn't going to let you do that. Do you listen and follow the 30-minute walk rules that you were given?
Who has a working time watch in the apocalypse anyway? I'm gonna stay up past my curfew.
Okay. Give me a manipulation roll to see if you can get away with this.
Do I have anything that I can add on to this? Alice isn't a stranger, so I can't do that.
Nope.
All right, yeah, cool. All right, just 2 successes.
Okay. You are going to get an extra 10 minutes before Alice notices and starts to take you back.
All right. If I got an extra 10 minutes, I won't try and fight that. I got more time than I should have.
Okay.
But that's. I'm not gonna try and push it. I'll go back to the room and rest.
Okay. Okay. So you go back and rest. Back with the rest of the crew. Specifically for Kia, Corvin, and Eliza. You see these 3 figures in their like motorcycle leathers and helmet walking towards your friends. What's your reaction?
Goodness. I am trying to radio without it letting on to the people on the ground's location. I think she's going to click the radio 3 times just to kind of give Chase knowledge of like how many people are coming. And then I think she's gonna just start as people get closer, start using her sniper skills and is going to just try and take them out before they can get to her people.
Okay. Take a shot. Are you aiming at any in particular? There is one that is closer than the others. Do you want to aim at that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me get the roll because I don't have my dice out yet. Right. And I get +2 for my rifle. 7 dice and 3 stress. All right. 1 success, 1 walker.
Okay. Well, good news is you get a grazing hit in which the ace that you are shooting at sort of leans out of the way, but you get a grazing hit. The walker is going to be them looking right at you.
That's
Like
fine.
Helmet turns right towards you. They know where you are. Key and Corvin, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I think Kia was letting Eliza take the first shot because being a sniper, that's the most important moment. And then once that shot is gone, Kia knows because we're on opposite ends, if they're paying attention to where Eliza is, then she's just going to do her shot with her bow and arrow on probably one that's closest to her because she has shorter range than the sniper, I think. So
Okay.
that is my ranged with my bow, which is +2. I'm going to push. I only have 1 stress. I'm going to push it.
Okay.
It never lets me push it that way. Hang on. So I had another stress. And try that again. All that dice. Let's go. All right. 2 successes.
Okay. For this one, Keo, you take your shot. It is actually almost a perfect shot. But you also tied with the ace.
Mm.
And the ace catches your arrow. Corvin, what do you want to do? Try.
I guess I could also, I think, so like he's gonna grab his pistol because that's only like long range. Well, am I even able to use it because the range is labeled as short?
Yes, you can use it.
Okay. I think he's gonna lift it up and he's gonna ask Kia like, are we near each other?
We're on like opposite buildings.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But you would have seen at least now 2 of us shoot at the weird helmet people.
Well, okay. Anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna make a ranged combat roll as well.
Yep.
All right. And then a 1 to my penalty dice. Wait, do I put a -1? I'm sorry.
No, you would just add 1.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks.
Yep.
All right. I got 1 success.
Okay. You actually get a hit. It does not seem to phase the ace that you shoot, but you see the like blood spray at like you get a hit.
Cool. And he's just wondering to himself, who are these guys? Like, who are these guys?
Chase, what are you doing?
Trying to keep Deborah alive, I think. I think is she conscious?
Right now, yes, Deborah
Okay.
is stable and able to do some actions.
Deborah's like, I don't want to be.
I really don't want to be her. Never, I'm not gonna make that joke.
This is the only way Deborah sleeps is if she's unconscious, I think.
Wow, I wonder where she gets it.
Really did get it from Dick.
I think that Chase is going to try to, like, for one, just like pull you further, like, into the alleyway. Because I'm remembering from last time we'd like ducked off of the main road for Chase to stabilize you. So he's gotten the bleeding to stop enough. You're not gonna like actively bleed out onto the ground, and then he is just gonna kind of like leaning over you. Are you okay? Is a dumb question. I need to move you. Can you let me know if this is like excruciatingly painful?
Just get me out of the street. I don't care. Don't ask that question. Just go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so he's just gonna like move Deborah. I think he's trying to just get. He knows that there are people, but he doesn't know what direction they're coming from. Is there a way I could like duck inside somewhere? Like he's thinking like, okay, trying to get Deborah back to the university by myself if we're like actively being pursued. Because Eliza sent like a message of like 3 clicks over the radio. If there's 3 people, they could be coming from any direction. Like Chase's mind is kind of like racing through. Just trying to move back to the university is potentially more dangerous. So he kind of just wants to like duck inside somewhere and find somewhere that is hidden and just out of the way until he's told that it's safe. But I don't know if I can do that if I see any like buildings around here that are able to like duck inside.
Roll a scout roll.
Lovely.
You are under pressure. You are in a tense moment.
Yeah.
You might not see anything in the moment. So
Cool. I have my character sheet open, right? Probably have it open from last week. Let's be so real. I do. Okay, yeah, scout. I remember I'm great at that. Okay. Polka dot comes to wish me luck. No
Fucking right.
successes, but also no walkers.
okay,
Yeah, polka dots did
that is good. The only potential safe places that you notice are just getting all the way to the other end of the alley and like getting around the corner.
Cool.
There's also a door down there that you can't tell if it's open, but like if you could get Deborah there, you could try to see if it's open.
Okay, then I do think that Chase is going to try to make his way that way as carefully as possible. Because the other thing is he doesn't want Deborah like screaming or like yelling or like making any kind of noise if she's hurt, because that would also draw people and potentially walkers to our position. But if Deborah seems to be, again, okay is the wrong word, but if Deborah seems to be like managing being moved, he'll try and move her further down to move toward the door.
Okay. I'm going to have you make a force roll.
Okay.
Any walkers will be Deborah making a noise.
Cool. That's the same amount of dice that I just rolled. Okay. Okay. No walkers. And 1 success.
Okay. You get to the door.
Is it open? Is it unlocked? I'm assuming it's not open. I try the handle to see if it's unlocked. Like you're rolling a dice.
I'm not rolling a dice. I'm flipping a coin.
Okay.
Well, good news, the door's open.
Okay, good. Cool. Then I will, as soon as he realizes it's unlocked, I think we'll look at Deborah and just be like, okay, I don't want to leave you, but I want to scout really quickly and make sure this building's
Leave
empty.
me with the cat. I'll be in here. I'll be quiet. Go.
Okay. Well, I think, yeah, he like brings Deborah just like right inside the threshold of the door, and then he's gonna scout the inside of the building to make sure that there's no like walkers inside.
Okay.
There's nothing inside other than the cat. I can make another scout roll if you want me to do that, or
Yes.
I can just say like I spend my time doing this while other people are doing other stuff. Yeah, he just
Okay,
wants
yeah,
to.
I'll have you spend your time to
Okay.
clear it out, and we'll go
Yeah.
back to the other people.
Yep. Yeah, Chase just spends his time clearing out the building of any potential danger and leaving Deborah with the little cat who keeps following them around. It's very cute.
I would like to be posted up at the door in case anyone
Yeah.
comes in. I take out their ankles.
Yeah, I think he like moves Deborah just again like into past the
Yeah.
threshold of the door and like will like lean you up against the wall, so you're right there to stab.
I only have my sledgehammer on me, so I'm gonna be taking out ankles.
Yep.
That's a way to take out an ankle, for sure.
Better than taking out a dick.
Okay.
Boom. Also, kitty.
The ace that was farthest away from everybody continues going towards where they know Chase and Deborah are. However, the other two take off running towards the other three. Eliza, the one that noticed you specifically, is going to attempt a fancy little parkour move to get up on the roof. Okay, Dice. You're right, I'm wrong. Does not make it. The drain pipe rips free when they grab a hold of it and they fall back to the ground. But immediately are looking for another way up. Corvin, you actually hit. So the other one is going to attempt a similar maneuver to jump up on the roof with you. This one gets up there.
No. Da 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 da.
Gets up onto the roof and pulls out a couple of knives and starts stalking towards you. At this point, a cluster of 4 drones descends from nowhere and buzzes the ace, distracting the ace.
I think Corvin is gonna use that opportunity to get off the roof, like get away from this guy.
Okay, easy enough. You can do that. You know where the ladder is. You can just do that.
All right.
Then our perspective switches. Ganymede, you're driving down the road. In your ear, Jupiter says, "Hey, boss, we got a problem. Our new friend's being accosted by the ace. You should get over there."
Send me the location.
And of course, you get sent the location. Ganymede, while you drive as fast as you can to get there to help your new friends, please give us our dearly departed monologue. And I'm realizing I said there'd be a cold open and then forgot the cold open, but it's fine. It's fine. Give us the dearly departed monologue, please.
I lay awake at night trying to make sure I don't forget you. Despite myself, it feels like your faces are slipping away from me. I don't remember what happened to us. When I try to think about it, there are gaps, walls, blocks that I can't get around or break through. I don't remember what happened, and yet I feel somehow like it's my fault. I remember us all being taken to different rooms. The one they had me in was dark and full of machinery. The next thing I recall is stumbling my way out of a line of trees and onto a highway. I'm sorry, Io. I'm sorry, Europa. I'm so sorry, Callisto. I hope you're still out there. I hope I can find you. Until then, I guess I'm just wandering by.
Please roll me a mobility roll to get there.
How is 3 successes?
Perfect. What is your entrance like when you arrive on the scene?
So I think because I'm headed deeper in towards the city, and there's lots of rubble, even with what the University and Spectrum crew have cleared out. So I think I take the motorcycle off like a flatbed truck as a ramp, and so you hear the revving of the motorcycle vroom in the air, and I will, since I don't know the exact position necessarily of each of them, and I know one of them is on a roof, I'm just going to more or less try and crash the party and make a scene.
Okay. That's the wrong screen. I'll get us to the right screen. It's the end point. Hi, everyone. Ganymede crashes the party.
Yay.
Eliza, you still have one of the ace attempting to get up on the roof. What do you do?
It seems like they have fallen and can't get up, and I'm gonna make sure they can't get up again. So I'm gonna try and sniper attack.
All right. Roll your ranged combat.
And I found my dice. Oh my god. So the stress dice are like being really kind. Because every stress dice I rolled was a 6. +1, so that's 4 successes.
This is interesting because I rolled 3. So you win. You do get a hit, but that is a lot of successes from both sides. Where would Eliza aim?
Honestly, head neck area, or like usually it's center of mass. If she thought she could get a good hit, she'd try for a headshot because that's quick, get them down. But if it was something like they were moving too much, center of mass is the way to go.
Okay. So, assuming you were going for center of mass, because you've seen the ace moving really fast. And literally like just trying to like leaning out of the path of bullets and stuff. I think what happens is the ace tries to do that again, but messes it up, and you actually strike their helmet, which damages the helmet more than it hurts them, but you tear away a good chunk of this helmet, and you can see part of their face and an eye staring up at you. But you get a shot, like you damage their armor. Corvin, you got off this roof, and where are you running? Do you have a plan? Is this just panicked running?
What would Corvin do in this situation? Who's with Deborah?
Chases.
All right. Well, I guess he would go and try to help with that because someone got shot. I'm sure the others could take care of themselves, right? So yeah, I guess he's gonna make his way over there and also keep an eye out to make sure the ace that was following him doesn't like follow him over there.
You're muted, Sophia.
God damn it. Kia, what are you trying to do?
Well, Kiwa's ready to go and follow where Chase and Deborah went, but once they watched Corvin jump down and go in that direction, they're going to keep their perch essentially and help Eliza kind of keep these aces under control. So they did see the one that got distracted and then saw the other one trying to aim for Eliza. So I think Kia will try and shoot at whatever one is closest to them.
Okay. Make your roll.
One success, but one walker.
Okay. You make your shot. You're a pretty good shot, but it can be hard to hit a moving target, and the target moves out of the way.
Mm.
And what I'm going to use the walker for is that gunshot was loud in the area and has drawn some of the local walkers in. And you notice them starting to appear on the edges of where this fight is taking place.
Okay. I think seeing that, they're going to develop another plan, which will act on my next turn.
Okay. Ganymede, pick an ace. Which one do you want to...
Well, discretion says probably easiest to go after the one that's still on the ground as opposed to trying to get up the building at this point. What exactly do I see going on as I get there and all of this is happening?
So you see one singular ace walking into an alley away from the fight. You don't know that's where Chase and Deborah are, but you do see the one ace going in that direction. You see the one get shot by Eliza and lose a chunk of armor. You see the one on the roof trying to reorient themselves up there after the drones buzzed by. And of course, the Jupiter is getting drones in place. You also see this to help you out and call stuff out.
I think then, not knowing why the one ace is leaving, but seeing the other ace going for Eliza, but still on the ground and then being shot at, because they're in a certain point of view as the more immediate threat. I will go after them. So having landed the bike, I now push the throttle real hard and do the spin the tire and whip around and then shoot at them. And I'm gonna try and I'm gonna just try and hit them with my bike.
Okay. This does sound like a force roll.
Okay. Does the bike give me any dice?
I will say it gives you 2 dice in this situation.
Okay. Four successes.
Okay. You hit the ace with your bike. They fly against the wall. They spring back up, but you hit them dead center with your bike. What do you do after you hit them?
I think as part of hitting them, I then just let the bike keep going as I jump off of it so that I can hold their attention. Now I gotta get back into how does Ganymede talk? Right. It's been hard to track you down. Now you'll pay.
The ace that you're talking to turns to you and it says, "We've been looking for you as well, Ganymede. You were looking with this section of armor. You can see there's you can see the eye and a distinctive tattoo. You know this person, Ganymede. You're looking at Io."
There is so much shock. Not that anyone can see under Ganymede's helmet, but there's shock on Luna's face. And I think tactically this isn't smart, because now we're not being tactically, we're being dramatic. Ganymede takes their helmet off and steps forward slightly. Io, what's going on? Why are you working with the Queen?
Because we want to. We got to choose who we worked for. We chose her.
But why would you choose to be a bad guy? Why would you? Wait, we? No. Io. You can't tell me. Does that mean? Does that mean that's Europa and Callisto?
Yes. We're here to finish a job.
Well, I can't let you finish that job. I'm sorry. Puts the helmet back on.
Chase, you clear the building.
Okay.
The building is empty. I wouldn't say it's safe, but it is empty.
I'll take it. Yeah, he's gonna go back over to Deborah. Really quickly, just check to make sure she's not bleeding. Like moving her didn't restart any bleeding. She hasn't been just like secretly sitting here, bleeding out the whole time. And just okay. I'm not gonna go far. I'm just gonna go back out into the alley.
Don't you see? Don't you see out there? It's Cherry. Cherry's right there. Cherry's dead. Why is Cherry right there?
Deborah, what?
Chase. Deborah's right. Cherry's right there. She
I mean,
said-
like Chase looks out the door.
You certainly don't see Terry.
Deborah, it's the blood loss. You're just seeing things.
No. Cherry said that Cherry said everyone knows. Everybody knows. I have to do something. And Deborah picks up the sledgehammer and just tries to like hit an empty doorway.
Deborah, it's the blood loss. There's nobody there.
Cherry is right there, Chase. I don't know what.
I'm gonna walk through wherever she's pointing. Like I'm gonna be like wave my arms and be like, I'm not. There's nobody here. I'm not hitting anybody.
Don't go with Cherry. Please stay with me. Don't.
I'm going to. There's no Cherry's not here.
Cherry's right there. Cherry's right behind you. Cherry is telling you to come with her and leave me behind.
No, Deborah, I'm not. No, Deborah, there's nobody here. I'm not leaving you. You need to sit back down. You're gonna reopen that wound. Okay, I'm gonna stay here, and you're gonna sit down, and we're gonna close this door so nobody can come inside.
Make sure Cherry stays out there.
Everybody's gonna stay outside. Everybody else is gonna stay outside. There's no one else in the building. Okay. We're gonna he will kind of guide Deborah in and close the door. Right. We're gonna close the door. We're gonna leave everybody else out there, and you're just gonna sit back down. Okay. Can I check and make sure you're not bleeding anymore?
Yeah. Cherry didn't touch me.
Okay.
Didn't let her.
That's okay. That's good. Yeah.
I will say, as you check, there is still some minor bleeding. Deborah's not at risk of bleeding out right now, but there's some minor bleeding. There's a difference between stabilizing and
yeah, I don't have a hospital out here. Yeah.
So there is still some bleeding happening, but Deborah's not at risk of dying, and it hasn't gotten worse. Probably shouldn't swing the sledgehammer around anymore, though.
Probably not. I think that the point and purpose a lot for Chase of he does a thorough medical check on her, and he's narrating out loud everything that he's doing, kind of just to keep her occupied. As long as he's talking, it's very similar to when Deborah was in the room when she was recovering and she was talking about Dick. And Chase just kept her talking about Dick. That doesn't count when I do them; they're free. And just Chase just kept her talking, except now it is Chase kind of keeping himself talking, because as long as he is doing a medical check on her, she's sitting and not swinging the sledgehammer. So he's really just trying to keep her seated and calm and to like talk through and narrate like, okay, now I'm going to do this, I'm going to check this, I'm going to check this thing. Okay, this looks okay. Okay, you're, like he's just continuing to talk so she has something to focus on that's real.
Chase, like while you're explaining, just like there's just rambling happening of like, Dick was never this nice to me. It's just he kind of just like lounged around and was just kind of limp about it, and I just really appreciate you because you're not Dick. You're not Dick. Man, I'm so happy that Dick is dead. And am I gonna see Dick again? Is Dick coming back? I don't want Dick to come back. I thought I was done with Dick. Shit.
Yeah, just like it's okay. I don't think anybody's coming back. It's just me. It's just me. I'm the only one who's here. It's just me.
Okay. Yeah, just close the door and here we out. I'll swing at anything that isn't Chase.
It's okay. I'll stay here. I'm gonna stay here. They've got it. Eliza can message me if she needs anything.
You should go out there just to, check and I feel like we're kind of sitting ducks in here. Anyone knows that we're in here, they're just gonna open the door up and fire. I already got shot.
Yeah, I agree.
You should just check for a second.
Okay.
I'll sit.
Okay. I'll peek out. Don't swing your sledgehammer when I come back.
Yeah.
Should we have like a code word so you know it's me?
You could just say I'm not Dick.
Okay.
I'll know it's you.
Okay. Yeah, no, don't worry. You don't have to see any more Dick if you don't want to. And
I'm so grateful I never have to see Dick again.
He will leave her there and he's gonna go peek out in the alley before Merm and I just make dick jokes back and forth for the rest of the stream.
Okay. Chase, you walk back out.
He very carefully, like, he doesn't even want to walk necessarily back out. He just kind of wants to, like, open the door and, like, look one way, look the other way. Because I don't even think Chase has a gun with him right now. He has a machete, so he's not exactly, like, prepared for combat at the moment. He just wants to see if anyone's coming.
Well, Chase, you walk back out into the alley. And indeed, someone is, like, there's a person dressed in motorcycle leathers and a helmet, knives in hand, walking down the alley.
Yeah. I recognize the Ace, right? Have I seen them before?
You were there when the Ace punched Ganymede.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, cool. I think I see that and just go, shit, and close the door.
Problem, Chase. You need keys to lock this door.
Okay, of course you do. Where are we? Like, we never established where if we are. What kind of place are we in? Can I barricade the door? Like, we never established what. We just ducked into a building. I don't know if it's like a office building or a shop. If there's like a desk I could push in front of a door or something. I don't know. Neither does Chase. He isn't really built for this.
I mean, we'll say it's an office. These are just like random shops and buildings. So this could be like an insurance salesman's office or something.
Cool.
Right?
Is there a desk then that I could like push in front of the door to try and, because I guess it depends on what way the door opens. Because if I barricade the door, but the door opens out, it doesn't do anything. They can just jump the desk.
We're gonna leave that up to two walkers, I think, just because that's funny. Roll a force roll to move the disc.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I got a nice 1 success and 1 walker. So I'm concerned for what that means.
I love that so much. So you get the desk in front of the door.
Yeah, moving it's not the problem. I think the problem is that the door doesn't open the right way.
That is definitely the problem. That is definitely the problem.
Cool. Cool,
And
cool,
so
cool,
we
cool,
get a
cool.
nice Scooby-Doo moment from Chase, and then she puts the door or the desk up against the door, and then
Open the
Ganymede just
door.
opens the door, or not Ganymede, the Ace opens the door and is
Just
looking
jumps
at
the
you.
desk. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Is there something you would like to do, Chase?
I mean, I do think in this very Scooby-Doo moment where Chase, like, yeah, moves the desk, like, okay, I got it. And then immediately after, he's, like, standing back, like, looking at his handiwork, and the door just opens. I think at this point, considering that, like, it feels inevitable that I'm gonna have to do something, like, he is gonna get out his machete. This person you said is holding knives, like, doesn't have a gun on, like, trained
Correct.
on me right now. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's been taking lessons from Deborah. He knows how to handle a knife. He's gonna try and swing at them.
Okay. Knife fight time.
Yeah. I forget, his close combat's actually very good. I'm rolling 8 dice.
Okay.
I forget that he is actually statted for this.
I will say that in terms of contested roll, this is a knife fight. Like this
Cool.
isn't the Ace like trying to get out of the way. This is the Ace trying to stab
Yeah,
you instead.
trying to stab me back. Yeah, I figured. Okay, 1 success, no walkers. And to be clear, Chase is more focused on defense. Like, Chase is kind of okay with just not being stabbed for now, and is really hoping someone else gets here soon.
That is a good goal. A goal that right now you're meeting as you like meet weapon to weapon.
Cool.
Deborah sees this, gets up, and swings.
Deborah, close
Oh,
combat.
you're not supposed to do that. But
Yeah.
also, I
Okay, I need.
can't tell you no.
I'm using my sledgehammer, so that's 10 dice. That's 6, 10, and then 3. I'm rolling 13 dice for this. So hopefully, and also I'm using my talent back against the wall. When you fight against all odds and the enemy seem to be winning, you do +1 on damage on all attacks. So if this hits, it's an extra 1. Wait, here's the clickety clack. One success, 1 walker.
Okay, Deborah, you do, as like the Ace is locked in combat with Chase, you do get a hit. Like you hit them with the sledgehammer. However, please take 1 harm.
What is below broken?
Technically, because you're stabilized, you wouldn't be broken anymore. You would.
Sick.
you
I'm
would go back
broken
to harm.
again. Because I was battered. Now I'm broken again.
So now you're down again.
Sick. I think what that like looks like is Deborah sees Chase. You didn't have the dick code word, and then like swings up to try to like knock them from their chin up, aiming for the head. But then absolutely opens up like the shoulder and just immediately falls to the ground, like trying to staunch the bleeding just with the palm of my hand.
Yeah, like mechanically you're down again. But like I'm not gonna have you like roll fear again. It is the same injury. You're just back down from it because you made it worse again.
Yeah, Chase is just there like shit. This is not my job.
But you did get a hit, so that is good.
And it's technically 2 harm because of my talent back against the wall. So, or 2 whatever, 2 damage.
Yeah. Corbin.
Yep.
Where were you running again?
I was gonna go over to where Deborah and Chase were. Did I know where that was?
Yes, you did know where they were. You knew that they were in the alley.
Okay, yeah. So
So
I was gonna head over there.
so I'm gonna say you do see the ace go in the building. So you can follow if you want.
All right. I think he's gonna, he's gonna try and make sure he isn't noticed. He's gonna draw his weapon, his pistol. Or actually, he has a spear on him, so he's probably gonna take that. Because these so far he's seen that none of these guys seem to have ranged weapons of any kind, like guns. So he's actually gonna take his spear instead, because that's quieter.
Okay.
And he wants to be quieter, so he's gonna make his way in as quietly as possible.
Roll stealth.
All right.
If I remember right, Corvin is pretty decent at because you did a lot of stealth during the
I have 1
introduction.
in stealth. I have 3 agility.
So I mean that's 4 is pretty decent. It's not Deborah's 13.
Ah!
But
I got a success and a walk. What is with these gosh damn walkers in this gosh damn Walking Dead RPG?
okay. I think I know what happens. You get into the building very silently, Corvin. There is like a cabinet or something next to the door, and you sneak in and you get down. You're looking around at the building, and the doors of that cabinet burst open, and there is a walker now attacking you.
Oh no! Oh gosh, what do I do?
What? Yeah, what do you do? I assume you want to fight.
Yeah. That is a great idea. Thank you. Considering this walker is right in my face, I guess that's a close combat roll.
Yep.
Okay. Please. Okay, I got 2 successes.
Okay. You managed to take out this walker. It does make noise. But like you're alive, you didn't get bitten. That is the good news. Eliza. Ganymede is fighting Io below you. What do you want to do? You could try to run, try to get to a better hiding spot. You could keep shooting. What do you want to do?
What other aces do I see? I guess is the question.
Time is so weird in a moment like this because it is all kind of happening relatively short. And the one that got buzzed by the drones is still like trying to reorient. So you do see that one like across the roofs where Corvin was.
I think I'm gonna use that to my advantage. Because that is a ace that is not being, I mean, it's distracted, but it could easily jump roofs and get over to me. I am not good at running, so we are going to shoot.
Okay. Roll your ranged combat.
All right. 7 dice plus 3 stress. My cat wants to steal my dice. All right. Let's see what we got. 2, 3 successes, no walkers.
Okay. How much harm does your or damage does your rifle do?
My rifle has a base damage of 2.
Okay. You hit this other ace dead center. They fall back onto the roof. You don't know their status, but they do drop. You watch them drop down. Yeah, it was a good shot. You hit them dead center. Weirdly, they didn't react when you took the shot.
Good to know. I think she like files that away. Just kind of in the back of her mind, and then is just going, all right, next one, next one, next one, until she's safe.
Okay. Kia.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, Kia's going to definitely move from their position and they're going to go to the ground. So Kia slips down, whether there's a ladder or the escape route, whatever they used to get up here initially. And as they go down, because they're assuming we're making so much goddamn noise and someone needs to be able to move and take care of things quietly. So they're going to go for the one walker they took out that was initially going to be our little car explodey guy, and then that didn't happen. So Kia just killed them. They're going to go to that one and just try and like take the blood and viscera and just start layering it on themselves.
Okay. Yeah, that is something you can do. And I think I will give you actually roll me a scout roll while you do that.
Yeah. 2 successes.
Okay. So as you see these walkers close in, you notice one that is in like fatigues and just kind of like dressed oddly compared to the others, driving a big rifle. They're a shot. Like you can see a bullet hole like in their chest.
Okay.
And they look a lot fresher than all the other zombies walking around.
But they look like they're a zombie, like they're not properly holding the rifle.
Yeah, they're dragging it
Okay.
behind them. Like it's like a strap that's attached to them, and it's like being dragged by them.
Yeah, so once Kia's done like rapidly dressing themselves, they then go into slower movement. I do have talents that help me with dealing with being among walkers, just a note. I got a couple, but once Kia's now like drenched in walker viscera, they're going to slowly start aiming towards the walker with the rifle.
Okay. Ganymede. You're fighting Io. What do you want to do?
I think Ganymede can't bring Luna Self to make the first move. And so they are just standing there at the ready. They're probably circling back and forth a little. What's this job? What are you doing? Tell me what's going on.
The queen wants the one that they're hiding, Jonah. His friends have foiled us before. This time, we don't plan on leaving empty-handed. We'll take out the friends first, and then we'll grab Jonah. You're a nice prize to get in this too, though, Ganymede. Don't you worry. And Io will lunge at you.
Okay. I will. I think I'm gonna let Io lunge at me, and I'm going to try and grab them.
Okay. Roll close combat.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna push that.
Okay.
Add a stress. Well, I did not get a failure, but I also didn't meet their successes. I only got one success.
Okay. I think like in actual combat, this looks pretty impressive. Like you attempt your hold, and like there's rather than just like a series of like, oh, I made one swing and one attempt to grab them. It's more of a series of combat maneuvers between the two. That in which Ganymede attempts a hold and Io gets out, and it ends with Io getting one slash on Ganymede. Please take one harm. You're getting slow, Ganymede, without anybody proper to train with.
I'll show you slow, and then I go on the offensive again.
Okay.
I'll let them goad me. It's more dramatic that way.
Okay.
I think. No, we're just gonna keep swinging.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
They are built to fight Ganymede, though, and I know Ganymede stats.
Yep. Okay. Well, we have ourselves a full-on draw, and I didn't. So I also got 3 successes, and I did not get a walker on my stress die.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So you just, I imagine, because I mean, Io definitely has a blade out. Like they're definitely fighting Ganymede with the blade. They're not a fool. They know that Ganymede is dangerous. And I think you kind of end up locked in a moment of like, same thing, trade some blows that don't really affect anybody, and then you just kind of end up back where you were, circling each other, trading quips. Does Ganymede have anything to say?
I'm not sure. I don't know that. Like, part of me wants to appeal to Io, but at the moment, I don't think there's enough. Like, I don't even know how long it's since I've seen them, so I don't think that there's enough like interaction to like try and coerce them to give up at this point. So I think I'm just quiet.
Okay. Deborah, Chase, and Corvin. specifically for Deborah and Chase, you hear a walker, and then like you see the body like hit the floor behind you. There is a partially stunned Ace in front of you. Like you did get a good like Deborah did get a good hit. So like Chase, now's like your chance if you wanted to try to. And Corbin, if you like, everybody knows you're there because they heard the walker, but you could also try to like get a chance to like get a move in on the Ace.
Sure, yeah. That would be close combat or?
Yes,
Okay. I roll?
Chase. Yep, Chase. If you want to take a slash, that'd also be close combat.
Okay. Yeah, I think especially given the fact that he is kind of dazed and out of it, Chase is definitely gonna try.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
Two successes.
Okay. Both of you managed to get hits. What does it look like?
Corbin, you want to go first?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, since Corbin still has a spear, I'm guessing he just like stab at the guy and like somewhere in like his midsection.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that Chase is also kind of swinging again. Eliza said it earlier, like center of mass, wherever there's like the most to hit. I think that Chase is trying to like, if this is possible to, especially because I got 2 successes, to flavor like Chase is kind of trying to like knock his weapons out of his hand. Like Chase cares a little bit more about trying to like disarm him. Not that he's not equally threatening without the weapons, but the knives don't help the situation any. I'd kind of rather be punched than stabbed, I think. So Chase is gonna try to, I think, just like swing to try and get the knives knocked out of his hands if that's possible. If that's too complicated, then we'll just kind of like go for a hit in the chest, kind of similar to where Corbin. But I think if we're saying Corbin hits first and Chase like follows up on that, that might make sense as I try to visualize this.
Yeah. I will give you a deal. If you don't do any damage, I will give you the disarm.
That's fine. He's already taken, I mean, out of character, in character, I don't know that he's already taken 3 damage. Out of character, I know he's already taken 3 damage. And yeah, I do think that Chase is more concerned with just no more knives. And I see Corbin stab at him with the spear. So I think that works. I will just knock the knives out of his hand.
Okay. In which case, you can defend with either mobility or close combat, but this is for both of you because you're both sort of in range trying to do a melee attack. The Ace is trying to like grab both of you.
What do we roll for that?
You can do close combat or mobility, whichever one you thinks is best. Close combat would be defending, like actually like trying to like knock hand away, whatever. Mobility is getting out of the way.
I think I'm gonna go close combat.
I think I'm gonna go mobility.
Because they're both the same number.
They're both the same number for me too.
Oh my gosh, we're twinning. I got 0 successes. I think I'm gonna push that.
I got 3
successes.
Yeah, 3 successes and no walkers. So Chase, I think, might be good.
So if I push, that's adding 1 more stress? That's right?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, I got 0 successes and a walker, man.
Okay, Chase, you are correct. You are fine. You knock away the Ace's hand. You get away. You're fine. Corbin does not. Corvin, the ace grabs you around the throat, and with that walker is going to pick you up off the ground. Please take
What?
2 harm.
How does that work? Real quick.
You should have it should be on your character sheet. You just
Would
add
that? Sorry, yeah.
you just add 2 harm wherever it is, and then how many harm did you have? Did you have harm?
I don't think I did. Where is that?
It's health on the character sheet where there's unharmed, bruised, battered, broken.
Yeah.
So you'd be put at battered.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. Oh no.
Yes. This is a situation that can get worse, but we will find out how that plays out when we get back from break.
Oh, great.
We'll see you in 10 to 15. Oh, wait, 1 second before we go to break. Deborah, you are watching your friends fight the ace. You see Corbin lifting in the air as you pass out. All right, we'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see you in a little bit. Make sure you get up, do all the things, and we'll see you soon. Hello and welcome back, nerds, to Nerds with Dice, where we are playing more Fields of the Dead, where they're still fighting some of the Ace, the members of Ace, Io, Europa, and Callisto. We only know which one is one of them right now, but we're actually going to go back. We haven't talked to Jonah in a while. Jonah,
Hi.
back at the house.
Yeah, essentially. My
Back
house
at the
arrest house.
university. Yeah. What are you doing? Just hanging out? Are you reading a book? What does Jonah do? Try to do?
How often has my room been visited by people that are supposed to be in charge of my healthcare?
I would say roughly every 30 to 40 minutes. Only because they are busy, but somebody is like usually keeping an eye, like they're doing something down the hallway, like you can hear them.
Cool. I want to sneak out onto the roof with a pair of binoculars.
Okay, roll stealth.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll push. I succeed. I rolled a walker, though.
For me, it was fuck it, I'll push.
Who am I without stress?
Okay. You successfully sneak out onto the roof.
Cool.
The door does close behind you when you get up on the roof.
Okay.
But you're up there. What's your plan?
Being locked out, I'm assuming.
Who would do that?
The dice. Cool. I
Hmm.
did grab the binoculars. Yeah. Cool. I wanna look out to see if I can see anything happening in the distance.
Okay. Make a scout roll.
No. It's 2 walkers.
Jenna, we need to have a talk.
Cool. Do they shatter? Okay, cool. Well, it's not that bad then. But they are on the ground and I am on the roof and I'm pretty sure the door is locked. You know what? Might as well. Cool. I'm gonna find a place to sit. Someone's gonna start worrying soon enough, and I'm not gonna start yelling until I hear other people looking.
Okay. One of them, somebody set up one of the, like a long time ago, set up one of them like old little plastic, like lawn chair, the cheap plastic ones. And there's like a can with some really old, at this point, cigarette butts in it. next to it, but like you can sit down
like
on that.
I'm sat on it. Like one leg is like full stretched out, like not even bent at the knee. That's the one that has the worst road rash. And just waiting.
Now would be a good time to tip to
Okay.
make Jonah do a monologue while he's stuck up on the roof chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. $15 and you make Jonah do a monologue up there. All right. Our other group, specifically Chase and Corbin, because you are in the most dire situation.
You don't say.
What? Who?
Chase.
Us?
Corbin is currently being choked. Well, head in the middle there. What are you gonna do?
Just try and stab the guy. Just try and knife again. Like now it's just like knife to chest. Like I've disarmed again. Clearly still dangerous even with just normal arms. And so yeah, I'm just gonna try and stab.
Okay, roll close combat.
One success, no walkers.
Okay, you successfully stab him, and he drops Corbin.
Good, that was the goal. Is there like a when I was looking around this place, did I see if it has another exit?
Yes. There's definitely other exits, fire code and all of that.
Yeah, but Deborah's on the ground. I think I'm like thinking about running and look down and see that Deborah is just flat unconscious, hit the deck. Go, shit. How does the ace look? Like, I know that these people are very tough. I know that they're very armored. We've been hitting them. Are we doing anything? Like, is there blood? Are they reacting? What's happening here? Because they're taking a lot of hits, kind of like it's nothing.
You are correct. They are doing that. They are. You do see blood. You do see blood. But like their movements at this time don't seem slowed. But you, like you
that's
see blood.
kind of
Like
the thing
you
I'm
see,
worried about.
you see the effects of the harm you've done. They're just not
Not stopping.
Yes.
Does Corvin still have his weapon? And does he seem relatively fine, or does he look pretty bad?
I mean, Corbin would be, I assume, gasping for some air right now, but otherwise, like, looks
Yes.
relatively fine.
Okay. I think I'm going to like slash and hit and just holding the machete out at the ace who's here. Just, what do you want?
The ace looks at you and then, like, muffled through the helmet says, "To stop you from interfering."
Interfering with
Us taking Jonah.
well, there's two of us and one of you, and you don't have any weapons, so
I don't need weapons to kill you.
Chase in his mind is like, I had a feeling you'd say that.
Lifted my boy up into the air.
Yeah, he's so not made for this. He doesn't know what he's doing here. He just like has the knife held out as he's looking at this person. Just well, you're right about one thing, that we're not going to let you take Jonah.
Yes, you've already interfered several times.
And we're definitely interfering again, and he's gonna go to hit him again.
Okay. Roll close combat.
I don't know why I keep putting these dice away. I keep needing the same amount of dice and having to count them again, as if I'm not rolling the same thing over and over again. Okay, 1 success and 1 walker.
Okay. Chase.
I'm kind of hoping to buy a little bit of time for Corbin to recover in both like talking to the ace and then trying to hit him. But yeah.
Yeah, you will be successful at that. You are going to lose your machete and get stabbed. Please take 2 harm.
This is going great.
Is this the first
Yeah,
time
yeah,
Chase has
yeah.
taken harm? No,
Other
you
than when
fell
Chase
the one time.
just and went unconscious that one time.
Yes,
And took
yes.
a couple weeks of nap.
That is right. That is right. Okay. Ganymede. You're fighting Io. You're circling each other. And then Jupiter comes over your comm. Boss. The helmets. Take out the helmets.
I knew I could always count on you, partner. Launch Moonlight, and I'll have him eject the katana from the bike for me.
Okay. What does it look like when this happens?
So, you know, a little compartment on the back of the motorcycle opens up and a sword gets shot up into the air for Ganymede to catch. And I think because we got to make it appropriately dramatic, Ganymede's going to like leap up and try and catch it in midair. Because that's how shit works in action stuff.
Okay.
And I will roll agility if you'd like, or mobility.
Yeah, mobility.
And a stress, because I'm stressed. Okay. 2 successes, no failures.
Cool. Yeah, so you jump up, you catch your sword, you land. What is your next move?
So I think because I jumped off the bike and let it just kind of like crash and keep going a little bit, I'm actually jumping over Io, and so I catch the katana and like our backs are to each other for a split second, and as I catch it, I then spin around and attempt to strike Io with the katana.
Okay. Roll your ranged or your close combat, not ranged.
Okay. That is 3 successes, no failures.
Okay. I assume you're going for the helmet?
Yes.
You hit the helmet, cracking it further, specifically cracking the visor. And you see little sparks of electricity fly out from it. And then they stop. And Io looks at you from the the one uncovered eye and is just like, Who told you about the helmets?
I have my sources just as you have yours. You didn't think I was going to make this easy on you, did you?
You found Jupiter, didn't you?
I just, spin the katana once or twice and don't answer because everything I do or say is incriminating in some way in this moment.
Okay. Eliza and Kia,
Yeah.
you do have walkers encroaching on you. On where this fight is happening. Kia, I believe you were going after the club.
Yeah, I disguised myself up. So now, because I have a talent, was it Whisperer? So I can walk among the dead while I'm dressed in blood.
How's your manipulation?
My manipulation, not good at all.
Okay.
Though I have, if it's considered quote unquote lie, I also have knows all the tricks. I can use my stealth instead of manipulation.
It wouldn't be.
Ah, okay.
I was just curious.
Okay.
But yeah, so you want to take out the club?
I just want to try and like slip the rifle off, and then I'm going to start and then moving back behind the walker group.
Okay. Stealth for, I guess, the sleight of hand sort of movement that you're going to do to try to get this rifle?
Let's see. 2 successes, but a walker.
Okay. You get the rifle, you slip into the crowd of walkers. And I'm going to come back to that walker. I want to think on it for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Eliza, what are you doing?
I think she's watching what's going downstairs through her scope. Like, what the hell's going on? She's also trying to keep watch on the ace that she downed, because if it does turn into a walker, she's doesn't want an ace walker. So I think that she's just kind of like, she's staying in her perch for now. She's assessing the situation.
Okay. Well, roll scout for me. You're assessing the situation. Give me a scout roll. Just to...
All right, scout. All right. So, 1 success, no walkers.
Okay. You see 2 things. One, you see the ace still laying on the ground take off the helmet that they were wearing. You also see that if you don't get out of here soon, you might be pinned in by walkers.
I will. And when they take the helmet off, so when you're talking the one on the ground, are you talking about the one that is engaged with Ganymede, or are you talking
Oh
about?
no, this is the one that you shot on the other roof. Cool. They're just laying on the roof still, like they didn't like get up or anything, but you can see the motion of them removing the helmet from that laying position.
Okay. And they aren't trying to get up and fight yet. They're
Correct.
okay. I will give like the click sign for walkers incoming through the walkies.
Okay.
I'm gonna start packing up my stuff. I am gonna have my pistol out at least. Just in case, but she's gonna start trying to make her way out.
Okay. You all get the sign from Eliza, walkers incoming. Ganymede, Io is going to, it's like a backup radio system rather than the one that's in the helmet, just in case, and calls for retreat. And we'll slowly back away from you at first to see like what Ganymede is going to do.
So the first thing is right before this, Ganymede quietly into the comms in the helmet is gonna tell Jupiter to patch into Eliza's radio system, the walkie system, and tell them to tell Eliza the plan that like their goal is to eliminate the group to get to Jonah at this point and to not be followed. And then as Io starts to slowly back up, I think Ganymede keeps the sword out in like a defensive stance, but isn't attacking. Io, it's never too late to come back from that edge.
And what if I don't want to come back?
Then I'll stop you again.
I'll see you next time, Ganymede. And I will turn and run. You see a moment later, Europa, helmet in hand, running after Io. Chase and Corvin. The ace that you're fighting, Callisto, just turns and starts to leave. Doesn't say anything to you, just starts to leave.
I'm okay with that. I don't want to do anything about that. That sounds like a great plan.
Okay.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I'm still
I-
like coughing.
Yeah, I think as soon as the ace turns to leave, I will, Chase will at this like point probably not even like roughage through anything from his bag to find like medical supplies. And where did he get stabbed? Because he was stabbed. That was the harm that he took, right?
I would imagine somewhere center mass.
Then he's gonna just like pull off the shirt that he's wearing. It's already covered in blood. And like pressure on the wound himself while looking at Corvin, just like, are you okay?
Yeah, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
I'll be fine. I know enough biology to know that didn't hit anything like vital. Can you carry her though? I don't really want to move too much. But like recover, make sure you're breathing fine first.
Yeah,
I need to stop that bleeding. Because Deborah like reopened her injury as well. I think he like thinks about it for a second, and it's also like, how far are we from the university? Because I know we're like, we got the signal for walkers, we got the signal to leave. Chase is torn between like, there's so many injuries here and so little time. I don't really have more time to stop and stabilize her. We need to go, but he's trying to do the math in his head of like, how close are we to getting away from here? How much blood is she losing? And he's bad at math.
I mean, you would know that it really wasn't
Hmm.
that far on foot. It's not super close, but it is far enough that it would take you maybe 5-10 minutes,
Okay.
adjusted for walker interference.
He's gonna just give Deborah like the quickest look over that he can, and maybe like throw another bandage really fast over the injury. I don't think it's enough to stop it from bleeding or have any like mechanical effect. It's more just narratively like he wants to do something. And then yeah, like look to Corvin. Can you? Do you think you can carry her?
Yeah,
We've got to get back. Yeah, we don't have time to stay here or do anything. We just have to get back.
Yeah. He's like, Corvin is gonna like, sort of shakily like go over, like rush over and pick Deborah up and
Sophia, did the ace leave the weapons that I had like knocked out of their hands?
Oh, the knives? Yes.
Can I grab those?
Yes.
As well as grabbing. Did my machete just got knocked out of my hand, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my machete, but also the knives from the ace. And put most of them away, but just kind of. I think stick with just holding my machete because I know that as a weapon. And put the knives away for later and look at Corvin like, we should try to meet up with the others and hope that they don't look like this. Kind of gesturing to the everything about the state that the two of us are in.
yeah, he nods.
Okay. I'm gonna go over and open the door and like look out into the alley and see like how overrun with walkers is it.
You can hear and see the walkers, but they're not in the alley.
Okay, cool. It looks like we're fine. Let's go.
He nods again.
Okay. Ganymede, what are you doing?
I think Ganymede's going to pick up the bike, get it on its wheels, and Jupiter, are you close enough to track down the ones that went down the alley with whoever of my friends that was and help them out if need be?
Yeah, I got them on drone right now. They're carrying one of them, but they're headed out.
An injured one, is it safe for you to get the van there and pick any of them up? That's at least the injured one, maybe?
I can give it a try.
I will try to use my comm systems to get a hold of either Eliza or Kia.
You could get a hold of Eliza.
Eliza, I have Jupiter trying to get the van to whoever's with your injured to help. I will ride with you. I'll escort you.
Great, and then you better have some fucking answers because I'm tired of this.
I'll do my best to give you those answers. And then I will help make sure everyone gets back.
Okay. Eliza, what were you going to say?
Eliza's regretting not shooting the one in the leg. But then she'll make her way back. And back to the others, try and help with wounds once we get in the van.
Okay. Yeah. Chase and Corvin and Deborah do get picked up. You all get back to the university. Eliza, I'm assuming you're rushing Deborah in to start patching up. Jonah.
Yep.
Yeah, Jonah. At this point, Alice burst into the roof. What the hell are you doing up here?
I came out and the door shut behind me.
Yeah, that doesn't explain. You shouldn't be up here. The
Yeah,
others
I know.
came back. Deborah's hurt.
Ah, shit. And so Jonah's gonna get up. How bad?
I don't know. Eliza and Marley are with her now. She was shot.
Damn. And Jonah's going to move as fast as he can without tripping, due to wear and tear on his body, to be outside of the room where Marley and Eliza are, and just sort of wait for a status update on Deborah.
Okay. Mary, roll a medicine roll.
Okay.
It's actually been a while since we've done one.
Since I've done my job.
Since you've done specifically doing like a major surgery to like patch someone up.
All right, and this is a critical injury?
Yes.
Okay, so I get a +2 medicine bonus from emergency medicine. Also, from seeing the injury, I have seen it all, so I don't take stress from seeing anyone get wounded, tormented, or even broken. That is a big old medicine check. So that's 9 plus 3. Stress.
Also, thanks for reminding me. I do believe Chase and Corvin need to take a stress.
Okay. That is 3 successes, no walkers.
Okay. And Marley gets 1 success to add to that pile, so Deborah is gonna be fine. You patch her out. Is gonna be out for a while, but you were able to remove the bullet and any fragments. There's, as far as you know, no complications right now. Kia, you went a different path getting back. You snuck away.
Yeah, because I managed to make it to the other side of the horde, and I was going to do something to try and keep the horde from getting to everybody.
Okay.
So if we can flash back a little bit to that moment.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and I think
it could affect how everybody else proceeds forward, depending on emotions.
Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely do this, and I think it makes for a good moment to show like this is like one of the reasons why everybody got away, because Kia did something. So
yeah.
What is it that Kia does?
So we see kind of the camera focused on Kia as all the walkers are walking past them, and they're just holding the rifle, keeping their body kind of sluggish, but starting to slowly walk backwards. And as they continue on, there's just a stretch, allowing for more space and dead road. And it gets to a point where we see their eyes focus as a decision comes over them. And they check the rifle. How many shots do I have in it?
5.
Then she raises up the rifle, focusing as they start to hear the words of their dad in their ear on trips hunting, telling them to keep their breath steady, to focus target, to not panic, and just follow your instinct. And a shot rings out. And then Kia goes running, trying to draw the horde to follow them.
Okay. Do you aim for a specific target or do you just shoot?
I think there's enough bodies in front of her that they just shoot.
Okay.
Then they'll essentially get to another point further down and shoot again just to make sure they're still going that direction. And then they'll try and find a new path to come back to the university eventually. But to everyone else, they just hear 2 shots, maybe 10, 15 minutes away from each other.
Okay. Would you prefer the complication from that walker earlier happen when Kia tries to take the second shot or on Kia's way back?
I think on the second shot, because there might still be walkers coming from the initial stuff, is now just all converging sort of towards them. So maybe after the second shot.
Okay. On your way back, then. To avoid walkers, you have to cross through this building. That it's like it's damaged, so it's not even like a full building, right? It's like it's missing like a wall, but you have to cross through it to avoid the walkers to get where you're going. And as you go through, the floor gives out and you fall into the basement. You get lucky on the landing. You don't take any harm, but you are trapped in there.
Cool. And he will kind of groan and get themselves up, trying to keep their voice from raising too high. It's probably too dark for them to see. But they start...
You get some light from the hole shining down, but yeah.
But they were given a gift by someone, a tool vest, and they start like patting around, seeing if there is a flashlight on it, and then pops it out. And yeah, they'll try and look for any either like routes to get out in the basement area, or if there's like anything they can start like putting together as a makeshift ladder or climbing to get up.
Okay. I do want to say I am imagining this as one of those like survival wind up flashlights.
Yeah.
See at the
It's like
yeah, I think there are shelves and stuff down here that you could try to make a ladder out of.
Okay. Well, there's nothing more they can do. They can just hope people are going to hope they come back by the morning. So they're just going to take their time to try and makeshift like a climbing pile to get out.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll survival, and then we will come back to that. Chase, when you get back to the university, what do you do?
I feel like Chase kind of just like has enough understanding of medical stuff that he sort of walks himself. Like he takes Corvin as well to like a medical room. I know we don't have a ton of medical space, and we've had people like occupying various medical rooms like Jonah. So I think he's just gonna go with Corvin into one of the like medical rooms and do his best to pat. He knows that like Eliza's busy. Marley's probably busy, like there's a gunshot wound that they're dealing with. he's just gonna do his best patch job he can on himself and like look Corvin over as much as he can, and then sort of just like wait and hang out here until somebody else can come and look at us.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll medicine just to
Yeah.
like get the patching up started.
Can I help? In any way?
Yes, I will say yes.
All right. Do I need to
So-
roll on anything?
No, you just give Chase an extra die for helping.
All right. I think he like probably like wordlessly like kind of just helps you out with whatever.
Three successes, no walkers.
Okay. You do a pretty good job of patching yourself up. There's not you find for Corvin, you find like the ice packs where you just like crack it and then it gets cold, and then Corvin can apply that to his neck.
Yeah, no, I do think Chase finds it and it's just like, yeah, like looks Corvin over and it's just like, yeah, there's nothing majorly injured. You're just gonna have some bad bruising. Just rest your voice. Maybe don't say too much. And here, like, just put ice on it, and you should be fine. It's just gonna need time.
It shouldn't be hard to say much.
Yeah, I think
think he
Chase
just
says
kinda,
like, yeah,
like-
don't say too much, and then like looks at Corvin and yeah, that won't be a problem.
Yeah, he literally grunts as like a response. He's like, "Yeah, okay, I can. I'm gonna listen to the presumably more healthcare knowledgeable individual."
Chase is like a nurse at this point, kind of. Not because of formal training, just because of living through the apocalypse.
I mean, yeah, to Corvin at least, he seems to know his stuff.
Mhm.
Knows enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I do think that at least like, I think that to Corvin, Chase will be like, you probably want to have someone else look you over in like a little bit more detail later, just to make sure there's nothing like internally damaged, especially if it keeps really hurting. I am going to stay here until Eliza or Marley can come and look me over, because I've never had to like sew up a stab wound on myself. So I think that I should wait here for them. You're probably fine. You should just rest though, I think, for a while.
Hmm. He grunts again because I don't know if my mic picks it up.
I heard it, so I think it does.
Hmm.
And then yeah, Chase is just going to like, basically yeah, Chase isn't gonna try and keep Corvin there if Corvin wants to leave. I think Chase is just gonna kind of hang out. I think if Corvin does leave, Chase might stay in the medical like space, but go over to the room where Angel is resting. Because I know that they were pretty injured and have been kind of like mostly unconscious and recovering since being back. So Chase might go over there to wait because he does figure that it'll probably be a while until Deborah is patched up.
Yeah, I think
I think you muted yourself before you finished that sentence.
yeah, sorry about that. I think Corbin would like eventually get up, he'd nod at Chase, and then he'd make his way out of the room for now. Yeah, he'll probably come back later once everything's settled down. And if his condition like worsens. Obviously.
Okay. Kia, you have a problem. You can
Yeah.
make the pile. You make your climbing pile, but you're looking at it. You know it's unstable, and if you climb on it, the chances of you getting hurt are high.
And no one knows where I am, so that would kill any survival. So they're not gonna risk climbing it yet then. Shoot.
Yeah. I assume your pack that you would have likely taken with you when you left the university would have some food and water, some like energy bars and stuff. So you're not.
Yeah, I'm not
too
in
bad
desperate
off,
straits, just
yeah.
stuck.
Just stuck right now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, if they don't have any more energy or power to try and make the climbing pile better or find another way, they may just have to try and make the spot as safe and covering for them as possible until they can rest up and get a better head around the situation.
Roll scout for me.
Okie dokie. Okay, 3 successes.
Okay. You don't know where it leads, but as you like scout the place around better after like realizing your climbing pile doesn't work, you do find a door.
Great.
It's just like a little wooden door, but you can't tell where it leads.
Yeah. I mean, they're still covered in blood and guts, so hopefully they'll be fine. But they're still going to take things super slow, even if it's at a snail's pace. I'd rather be careful. So they're just going to first test if it's able to like unlatch, like if it turns and is able to slowly push forward. And then if that is safe to do, then they'll just let it continue.
Yeah. Yeah, it does open. The door slowly swings open, revealing more darkness. It's actually darker back here because like you don't have any light from the hole that you fell through. Just your flashlight.
If I don't immediately hear anything, I'm going to do like several solid cranks just to make sure I have enough power in it, and then start making my way down the hallway.
Okay. Eliza, you get out of surgery with Deborah, Jonah, and I imagine Ganymede are waiting.
I 100%. So I escort everybody back, and they all rush inside, and I stay outside with my bike, and I take my helmet off, and everyone's busy, and so no one sees it. But you know that scene in Full Metal Alchemist when Mustang's like, "It's a terrible day for rain." Yeah, it's a terrible day for rain. Ganymede's crying.
Eliza kind of comes out from working on Deborah, kind of like drying her hands off with like a paper towel. And I do think, because I saw it in the chat and it was just hilarious. Eliza's gonna put a chair under the door in recompense for what happened to Jonah, in front of Jonah. Be like, is that to your liking?
I wasn't going to do that, but sure. She's good.
I mean, as good as anyone is after they've been shot. Not enough that she'll need other medical care. The big thing we'll worry about is infection, like always, but she got lucky. You okay?
As okay as one can be in these days, I'd say. How about you? It's been a while.
I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I just try and keep going, and if I don't think about it, the better it is. So I'm sure there will be a day where I will think about it, but that's not today. She just kind of like throws the paper towel away.
I've been
So
there.
I wonder. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Jonah. The aces came for you again.
I hear so many people come for me, and it's starting to be almost expected that if there's trouble, I'm some sort of beacon for it.
Look, I just want you to know that you're safe here, okay? And I shot a few of them, so there's that.
Did you hit?
Yeah, I did. It's been a while.
Is that a
Just trying to-
question, Jonah? Is that really a question? Are you shit talking my wife?
You're
the
not
ghost
here.
of Carrie somewhere.
um, playful ribbing, I'd say.
She looks over to the sniper rifle, and says, "Yeah, got one in the helmet, broke the helmet, fully laid one out, but they don't react right, if I'm being honest. Normally, when people get shot, there's some sort of reaction, right? Only people that have gone through a lot of pain and things like that can seem to kind of stifle
Yeah.
those reactions."
No, it's strange. I've gone toe to toe with one of these guys before.
Yeah, I bet.
It was it was when I got thrown out of the car, the bus. But
Uh-huh.
it was strange. That
There's
fight
3.
ended on. Yeah, you told me you shot some of them. I assume there was more than one.
Yeah, but we only knew of one. There are
Yeah.
3, and that
Yeah.
concerns me.
What it concerns me is if they were coming for me and they didn't take me last time. There was something that caused them to stop fighting me.
If they are after you and something stopped them, right? Because I'm shocked they even let you get out of the car originally.
I don't think anyone let me so much as I did something stupid.
Sure, but they could have shot you. They could have killed you. They didn't. That
'Cause
we
they
can
don't-
use.
They don't want me dead.
Exactly.
The worry here is that they're on my tail because of Kennedy. They work for the Queen. I'm worried that there's going to come a point where no matter what they've been hired for, no matter what's in it for them, that they no longer follow orders. I don't make it to the Queen.
From what I heard from Chase, one of them literally had both Chase and Corvin. They could have killed them. They stopped like immediately. I mean, like on a dime stopped. That's not normal. I know that you're worried that they will take it into their own hands. I think there's some sort of weird brainwashing thing going on. And I think there's only one person that might be able to answer this as they keep showing up every time Luna's there. I mean,
Who are you talking about?
Ganymede.
Ganymede?
Yeah.
Name doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, wait, you probably. Ganymede was someone we met when we were getting uh, the stockpile when you were in Sanctuary. They, quite frankly, I'm pretty sure that they have some sort of superhero complex. I don't quite understand. I really think that Luna believes that Luna's in an anime of some sort. So there's that. But Ganymede's been kind, albeit secretive. And maybe seeing you might help us get information.
All right. Well, where is Ganymede?
I will go with Jonah outside where I'm probably
Under
Ganymede.
watch again. No. Oh. And
Ganymede's standing at their bike.
Hey, thank you for what it's worth. But I'm gonna be 100% honest. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know that I have as many answers as you'd like, but
You seem pretty chummy with one of them.
Sophia, how much do I know that I can tell them or choose what to tell them?
I mean, I think that is certainly in character. How much would Ganymede want to tell them?
Okay. I think being that Ganymede doesn't remember a lot of things, I think I'm going to just give a lot of the information from the flash drive that I don't know that they've had time to look at, even though I made sure Jupiter gave it to them. What I can tell you is I am connected to them. The one I was fighting is Io. Io was number 7 before me. There were 55 attempts at Project Ganymede. Most of us are dead. Some of us are missing. I thought Io and Europa and Callisto were dead or missing myself. That's the 3 we ran into, keep running into. They've decided to work for the Queen of the Bay.
What is Project Ganymede?
I don't remember a lot. I remember being in a compound and they trained us. They experimented on us, I think. the last time I saw Io and Callisto and Europa, we were separated and I was taken to a room full of machinery and I don't know what they did. And then I was running through a forest and made it to a highway.
Well, I can see why Kennedy's interested in you all.
I recognize your face from the poster. It's good to meet you, Jonah, though we had a close run-in.
I'm guessing you're who drew the attention away last time. Thank you.
It's what heroes do.
I think we need more heroes in this world. It's not surprising to me that Kennedy would have had connections to know about this project, but why are the others working with her is where my confusion is. What is it that she offers that has Io, Europa, and Callisto wanting to stay?
I'm not sure, but Io said they got to choose their jobs and they chose to work with the Queen.
It's a little concerning. So now I am. What did she say? What did she offer? What resources? We know she's got lots of resources. I'm
Fuckload.
sure everyone's seen how much she's willing to offer for me. This just brings more questions than answers.
I'm going to ask a question that you're probably going to hate me asking. Do you know of any of their weaknesses? They are after my people. They are trying to kill us to get to Jonah. Anything. I know they got armor that's crazy. Barely could shoot through it. Is there anything at all?
The one thing I know is the helmet's a weak spot. I'm not sure if maybe they're being controlled somehow, but
Okay. That tank that was on the flash drive. Have you tracked it down?
unfortunately I've been preoccupied with trying to keep chasing after, well, Io and Callisto and Europa, now that we know who they are. I know Jupiter's probably doing their best to look, but, you know, our technology, there's no internet. We can't just hack the Department of Defense or something like that.
No, you guys are doing a lot. I appreciate it. As said last time, if you need a place to stay, we're trying to build the university into a safe haven. I'm sure it gets tiring going nonstop.
I appreciate that you still have a room for us, but seems like for the time being, I'm just passing through again.
Of course.
Before you leave, I can't help but sort of think on something that you said. I know that you don't remember much, but that room with all the machinery, was it just you brought there, or were the others there with you?
Best I can remember, we were all brought to separate rooms. I think whatever they were doing, they did first to Io, being that they're designated as number 7 Io. I don't know if I don't know how I escaped. I must have had help, I would assume, but I remember nothing from before that forest and that highway.
I just worry that the offer, the jobs, happened in that room. I won't ask you to remember something that you can't, but if by chance you do remember anything, I'd like to know.
Of course.
Look, you got pretty banged up out there. Do you need any medical attention?
I'm a little battered, but I'm okay. Much like the 3 of them, I'm pretty resilient.
Yeah, I notice they don't really react to pain, from what I can see.
I'm not sure what happened, but I know that pain isn't the same for me either anymore. Maybe something's blocking it, or maybe just we've gotten used to it.
Well, you need any supplies, anything? There's a place here. I am gonna go get a drink.
Thank you again, Ganymede.
You're welcome.
Stay safe out there.
You too.
And Jonah goes in before he gets yelled at for being out without a chaperone.
And I think as the pair of them walk away, Ganymede puts their helmet back on and gets on the motorcycle and drives off into the sunset, but in a lot sadder way than the typical drive off into the sunset happens.
Ganymede, as you drive away, you can as Nova says this, you can kind of imagine them like lighting a cigarette to smoke. Boss, I got good news. I was able to snag the signal from their helmets. I can track them.
Well, we better give them a surprise meeting.
Kia. You walk through. You come to another door.
All right.
You're sort of in like almost like a hallway. You come to another door at the far end of it. Would you like to try to open it?
I was going to ask if it was like if it had a window in it or if it was just a solid door.
It's just a solid wood door.
Okay. I think they will just listen for a moment, just make sure there's no notable shuffling, and then if they don't hear anything, they'll try opening it.
You don't hear anything? When you try to open it, it goes open about 4 inches and then stops. Like there's something wedged up against the door.
Okay. I think they'll start trying to put their weight against it, see if it will shift at all.
Roll force for me.
I'm so weak. But I got a success.
It's all you need. You put your weight into this. You feel something shift, and then you kind of hear it like push against the ground. And then you walk, and then the door opens. You can walk into this other room. There is a lantern that is on in here, but the room is empty.
The lantern's on.
Yes.
I immediately look to see if there's a person passed out, if that's why there is something blocking the door, and just like start looking behind the door.
No, it's like a desk.
Okay. Oh, I guess Q will just take a glance around, see if there's any notable signs of living, like any paperwork or any bags, backpacks, wrappers if someone was eating stuff.
You find a journal.
All right. I'll walk over and just kind of do initial flip to see if maybe it was signed.
It is. The first page is signed. Andy. Just Andy. No last name, no nothing. Just signed Andy.
Okay, and then they'll look for the last page to see what their last notations were.
The last notation in the book is I hear someone coming. I need to hide.
Oh. And I'll just gently close it, give it a light pat. Well, I'm just trying to get back to what I called home. Are you still in here? And they'll kind of look around.
Give me a scout roll.
Go. 2 successes.
As you look around, this you realize the space is kind of strange. You do see like a staircase that appears to go up. You see a old school chalkboard that somebody has been scribbling on, and what we would call a murder board. They have like pictures and things pinned up on it that they're trying to figure some stuff out. And you see like a hatch in like the floor, like something that would like go into a utility tunnel or something.
Okay. And first, I'm looking at that conspiracy board and making sure there's like no pictures of people I recognize or names that I recognize on there.
No.
Okay,
No,
great.
there's not. I had to think if I wanted to do that, but no, there's
I was like,
not.
going to be like, fucking Jonah.
Nope, this one's not Jonah.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just, if there is names and faces, just try and keep in mind anyway in case in the future. But Kia will try to open the hatch, but not like appear immediately in the way of it in case someone's pointing a gun up.
Yeah, I mean that you can lift the hatch. It comes open.
Anyone right down there? Hello?
You don't see anybody, but when you call down, they answer back, I have a gun. Leave me alone.
I have a gun too. I don't really care to bother you. I just want to get home.
Then leave me alone.
Cool. Are you okay? Because I see you're alone.
Who do you work for?
I mean, mostly myself, but I have people over at the, like a place nearby. If you mean anybody on your board here, you should have maybe wiped it off before hiding. I'm not on there. No one that I know is on there. Who do you work for? If it helps, my name's Kia. I'm from Canada.
I did work for a paper.
Oh, that's cool. So you're good at getting information and research. That's cool.
I'm fine down here. I've been safe.
All right. Well, there's been a horde of walkers outside. I was drawing them away from my friends, and I fell. The floor gave way in the building. That's why I got in here. Do you know about like the Queen or any of the other people running around here? That's been people my group's been dealing with. I just want to make sure you're not on their side, because then we're about to do a standoff, I guess.
I don't know who you're talking about. Who, the Queen?
The Queen of the Bay?
No, I've never heard of this person.
How are you a reporter?
I've been working on a bigger story, but I've been hiding here.
All right. Well, I guess you got information now. There's a person called the Queen of the Bay. She's been collecting people. She will brand people that steal from her. She did to one of my friends. And there's some weird people working for her. I need to go home. And they'll just like close the hatch.
Do you walk up the stairs?
Yeah, I will leave everything untouched. Just take another quick look around, note anything of importance, and then yeah, start making my way up the stairs.
Okay. You open the door that like leads, down to where you just were. And you walk in to some sort of makeshift laboratory. It's like all white plastic and microscopes and computers and laptops that are currently running. You hear like a really, really soft hum of like a generator. There's like, some harsh fluorescent lights hung up. But the room is empty, but it's also suspiciously clean for like everything you've seen to date.
Yeah, it feels weird after like months of even the cleanest spaces we can make still somewhat grimy. You'll just look around and then just immediately turn around and make sure that potentially Andy had like in the hatch person didn't follow him up.
Nope, nobody's behind you.
Okay. It's so tempting to look in this room. Roll a die for luck. Okay, no, Kia's too curious now. Because I rolled really bad, which means they're going in. So yeah, Kia will step in the room and sort of look around.
Okay. You see, when you get farther in, you do see what look to be like autopsy tables that like somebody was working on a walker on recently, as in like you can still see the walker on the table, but you don't see like a living, breathing person.
Yeah. Cool. Now that I stepped in this far and see that, no. And they'll turn around and see if they can keep finding a way out.
Yeah, I mean there is clearly marked exits. Like somebody's put up a sign like exit this way. Do you look at anything as you go, or are you just going?
I was ready to nope on the autopsy, but let's see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if there's like any paperwork, at least like if I see it already faced up, I will kind of look and glance over it, see if there's anything important I can glean. Maybe they're trying to find a cure. Who knows? It's all sciencey stuff.
You look at the first paperwork that you see as you're leaving. The top note on this is there's like a sticky note on top of this paper, and it just says cure impossible. And if you look,
Yeah.
you will see that like the notes underneath the paper is just like print-offs of like failed to find enzyme, failed to find enzyme, failed to find whatever they were looking for, just failure after failure after failure.
So maybe they are. Okay. Well, I hope it works out. I'll keep walking because Kia doesn't have the mind for this kind of stuff.
Okay.
I think they're just they are like still curious, but again, like they need to get back. They don't know if anyone's going to be like trying to come out and look for them at all, if they're trusting Kia to be able to get back on their own. So, like, he also doesn't know how many people are hiding in here. Is it just Andy in the hatch? They'll be like, all right, I'm probably being watched. I don't mean to intrude. Good luck on your... Good luck. Just continue out the exits.
Okay. You walk out and you walk out into a place that seems pretty familiar. Like you like go through the plastic into like a storefront. you're pretty sure, like, from like the names painted on the wall of the building, like you've seen the building before. You see the shutters over the doors and windows. You're not sure because you've never been you and Aiden have never been able to like get into this building, so you're not entirely sure how you're supposed to leave.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to end for tonight. All right. Well, we're going to do our outros and then get out of here for tonight. Who are we starting with? Looks like we're starting with Faye.
Yeah, it's me, quick on the draw. Hi, I've been Jonah, he, him, resident sad dad, breaker of house arrest for resting, getting locked out on roofs. You can find me on the internet, Feywild Witchling, most anywhere. I have a Blue Sky. I'm not active there. Other than that, you can find me here, and if I'm not here, I'm working. And that's really it. So I'm going to pass this ball over to Quinn.
Hey everybody, my name is Quinn. I use any and all pronouns. I have been playing Chase, who uses he, him pronouns. Yeah, Chase is fine and great and normal and everything is going great. He didn't even get to go see his chickens. He doesn't know. There's like a little end credit scene that's just 10 chickens running in circles in a room. Last time we saw them, there were like 6. They keep multiplying. But I think this is the last chicken multiplication because I think the next time we're doing this, it will be August and our charity incentive stuff will be over. Unless someone wants to go and give me a chicken in the Tiltify right now and just have a surprise 11th one. But 10 feels like a good number. I don't know how he's going to keep track of all of them. You can find me, I think the next place I will be back here next week. I got a couple other things going on in August, but not much. I'm taking a little bit of a break throughout August other than just being here with this. So yeah, that will be the next place you can find me. If you want to see updates, announcements about my game, also about channel stuff, I am on staff here at Nerds with Dice. I post everything on my Blue Sky at QuinnBeckham27, and I will pass it off to the next person.
That's right.
That would be me. Hi. Once again, I'm Rose Blossom, or Rose for short. I use any pronouns, and I played Corvin Road, who uses he, him pronouns. He not only did he get choked out, but he got lifted up while choked, but, he's fine now, right? You can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at roseblossom2468, because I like even numbers. What else am I in? Over on Nerds with Dice, right here. This very same channel you are currently watching. You can find me as Shasta in Fantastic Realms. And then over on Roller's Joint, you can find me as Morgan Fay in Breaking Neon, a City of Mist campaign. And that is it. On to the next person.
All right. That is me. Hello, everybody. I'm Natalie, she, they, and I was playing Kia, they, them, who's wandered into another plot. So awesome. You can find me most places on the internet as Ghost Candle, mainly on Blue Sky, where I'm most active. When I'm not here, you can catch me over on Zielzadi. I help assist produce on their game Paper Bag, which is a fun like improv RP tabletop game. That's been really, really fun. It's been playing every other Tuesday. In fact, Sophia was on it a couple weeks ago. So recommend it. Check it out. I was also on it as a player and a GM. So it was a fun challenge for sure. The other thing I'm over there on Zielzadi on is the Daggerheart campaign 5 Banners Burning with a homebrew city that we are running through and doing conspiracy stuff. And when I'm not there, I have another main group on Wednesday nights where we are playing Sentine Sensibility. We're getting close to wrapping up our campaign, actually, so you can come check us there and see what that's all about. And just be on the lookout for more stuff coming your way from me. So yeah, I think that is it. So I'll throw it on over to Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. I've been playing Eliza this evening, whose pronouns are also she, her. where you can find me. You can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels everywhere on social media, where I post about disability, TTRPGs, and everything in between. And speaking about disability, it's Disability Pride Month. And tomorrow is the 36th anniversary of the ADA, something that has helped so many people. But currently, there are parts of disability law that is under threat. And I highly recommend, so far with advocacy, we've been able to get 6 states off of a major lawsuit that puts to threat of disabled people being able to stay in the community, live in their homes instead of being institutionalized. If you're from Texas, Alaska, or Florida, those are the 3 remaining states in the Texas v. Kennedy lawsuit. Call your representatives, say that you do not want this law to be repealed, and go help us out there, because advocacy has worked so far. We've just got 3 states left. And I will pass it over to Cass.
Hi, I'm Cass. I was a surprise tonight for a lot of you, I'm sure. My pronouns are she, they. I was playing Ganymede. Their pronouns are she, they, Luna. And Ganymede is maybe a common rider, maybe just a, superhero nut. It's hard to say. And that's all I'll say about that. And I'll pass it back to Sophia.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we. You can usually find me on Blue Sky at Nerdy Tenny. Of course, you can also find me hanging out in the Nerds with Dice Discord and stuff, because I am a chancellor here and I'm the founder of Nerds with Dice. I don't have much more than Fields of the Dead happening right now. I don't think. But other than that, we do have our next game looks like Grand Guganol. I'm still very unsure of how to pronounce that, but I think that's right. The Tuesday, the 28th at 6 p.m. Central, I believe. Is that correct, Quinn?
Most likely. Off the top of my head, yes.
Okay. Keep your eyes out for promotion and stuff to be sure on the Nerds Race Blue Sky. And we don't have a raid for tonight, so we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.